What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You're dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, your horror safe haven. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Bobby. Watch my new movie, Complete Unknown.
Oh,
it's nominated
Bob
for
Dylan is
Oscars.
here.
I'm
Big get for the Dead Meat Podcast.
I can't
It's
believe
Bobby
it.
Dylan. How did you feel?
Anytime they say Bobby Dylan, all I can fucking think of is Forrest Gump, because that's Jenna's name when she's playing the guitar naked. She's Bobby Dylan.
Really?
Yes.
Hey man, there's copyright infringement, man.
I got very thrown off by
Yeah, sorry.
Bob Dylan showing up.
We've been mainlining all the Oscar movies.
Yeah, we're just an Oscar
We have
movie.
one left that we're watching an hour before the Oscars begins.
That's right. We did The Brutalist today.
Fucking rules.
Amazing.
Great.
Cinema. Loved it.
Should we do a Patreon podcast talking about the Oscar movies?
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
we totally should.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
And we can
yeah.
do the impossible task of ranking them, even though I kind of reject the very concept of that idea, because it's like,
Yeah, movies are
it's
good
apples
for
and
different reasons.
oranges.
Yeah. How are you gonna pair Wicked to the Brutalist?
Right,
Like,
yes.
you can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not aware, the $5 tier on Patreon has like a extra podcast that's the three of us, audio only, talking about non-horror stuff.
yeah, or playing games. I loved our Family Feud episode.
Yeah,
I would
that
do
was
that
really
again.
fun.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, we should do, because we have a few to catch up on, so we should
Yes.
do some games.
Okay.
And we'll do an Oscar one.
Yeah, and that's the fun thing, is we can do non-horror
We can
related
do
games.
fucking whatever we want,
I mean, that's
man.
kind of the point, is it's like not horror. It's just whatever fun stuff we feel like talking
We
about.
could talk about Severance and White Lotus.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
great shows that are on right now.
that's right.
Yeah.
And Survivor. But we talk about Survivor on this podcast, even though it's not horror.
But today for this podcast,
Yeah, speaking of movie reviews, we are going to keep it godly on the Dead Meat Podcast today. We're gonna keep it family friendly, and we're gonna I just realized I haven't been to church in how many decades?
no,
I can't.
we went to a service on our honeymoon.
That's true. We were invited to a service on our honeymoon. It was very beautiful.
That's right.
Thank you.
Did we take communion? I believe we
We
did.
did, yes.
We got that body.
Thank you to Anthony, the chaplain at Hampton Court.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice. He hosted us as guests.
Didn't we sit where the Queen had once sat?
We did, yes. It was very English. I loved it. As
Yeah.
a tourist, loved it. A+. So okay, sure. But I realized it is hard to improvise. I guess this brand of Christianity, very evangelical, is the zone we're getting in today.
Oh, okay, sure.
Which is
'Cause
not. We're both lapsed Catholic, which is a
Yes.
different thing. This website, I don't think, would consider us Christians.
You think they're that crazy about it? They're that
There were
hardcore?
a few reviews I found, and I don't know if any of them made it to my list here, where it was talking about how, some movies they've got Christian representation, but this seems very Catholic branded, so that's points against it kind of thing. I mean, plenty of Christians think the Pope is the Antichrist, or the Vatican is a metaphorical Antichrist. We don't need to get into all that today.
Conclave was great.
Conclave, big fan of Conclave. Just like movies, guys.
Yeah, movies are
Just
good,
really like
dude.
movies.
The movie's not named Amelia Perez.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we've done this game before. It's a game.
Yeah.
I
I love games because I don't have to do shit. I'm
We-
here. I got my near beer. I got my
Yes.
LA Night shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did this years ago at this point. It was long enough ago to where the set was it was up against the
that
other
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we had the set remodeled. So what we're going to do is I went through this website called christiananswers.net and pulled a bunch of horror movie reviews. This website is so funny to me because
Is it the same site you used last time?
it is.
Okay.
Because this site, there's so many things going on that particularly makes me love pulling stuff from it and using it for something like this. One, because it is very evangelical, so a lot of these reviews are just, they're over the top to our ears, right? Two, their movie rating system honestly makes more sense to me than most movie rating websites, because what they do is there is a moral rating, which is what they assign, is the material objectionable or not? Is the material godlike?
Yeah.
But then there is a movie making quality rating, which is I believe a rating that I think they try to be pretty objective on. Is this movie well made
Did you
or not?
look up Mad God?
There's no way Mad God has a review on
Because that would be the best test of that. Like, what's your rating on it as a film that was made without factoring in everything going on?
There are
that you find
plenty
objectionable?
of reviews I found, particularly of horror movies, where the moral rating is extremely offensive and the movie making quality is 5 stars.
You know what? They might like horror more than Roger Ebert then.
Oh God, I don't know if I would go that far. I don't know if I would go that far. And I guess to preface, we prefaced with this last time, we're not making fun of Christianity, just broad brush. This is a very specific brand of Christianity. This website, if you kind of go to their about page, they're an evangelical ministry. They think Harry Potter is possibly satanic. It's that kind of brand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you know what? We're going to laugh at that a little bit.
Yeah, like at a certain point, I don't really respect the type of Christianity we're in the reviews under. They'll have different sections and it'll be like, oh, warnings about sexual content, just the presence of a gay couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't respect that. So, but if you didn't see our first Christian reviews episode, we do talk a lot about how I think some of the best horror filmmakers are people who do genuinely believe. I think it is a necessary thing in the genre if we are going to keep the genre of possession films alive, kind of like, like demon, demonic, that sort of subgenre, I think doesn't quite have the sauce when you don't have filmmakers that are true believers. And I firmly stand by that. I think, I don't know, I just feel like it's the most effective when you've got a filmmaker who believes demons might be fucking real and it comes across, and I think it makes for scarier, better movies. We included an interview with Gary Dauberman, who we're big fans of. He is a practicing Christian. He is an out-and-out believer and has talked about his faith in interviews before. So go check that out if that's something that interests you. There is definitely space within the genre for people who believe, and I do think it's a necessary facet of it to keep this genre diverse and interesting. This is a different thing. Want to just hop in?
What are the rules of the game again? What do I gotta do?
We're playing fast and loose with rules here.
Yeah.
I'm reading you edited portions of these reviews where I have removed movie titles, character, any identifying information. And I've also edited sometimes to make the grammar make sense. If you want to look at the actual reviews, I'll have links to all of these in the description so you can see how I've, kind of pieced these together. I basically have just, almost, put in blanks where any specifics are, and you're going to try and context clue guess what movie I might be talking about.
Okay.
You can ask me questions. I rewatched our first one. We did not have much structure to this at all. It was just kind of for fun.
I mean, most of our games are us guessing movie titles and the other person being very liberal with clues.
Correct.
And I hope that's fun.
It definitely sparked some fun conversation last time. So.
Yeah, that's all they're there for.
Yeah.
They're a framework.
And Gressel, I think you'll know most of these movies for sure.
Oh,
cool.
Because he wouldn't have been around for that last one. Wasn't born yet.
No, those.
Nope.
We weren't doing multicam at that point.
Oh, yeah? I think we had the multicam, but without the live switching, so you just had to edit it from scratch every time.
No, that was when you could see both of us on screen.
Oh, really? No shit?
It was that long ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, ready for our first movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our moral rating for this movie is average. It's middle of the road. Maybe not family friendly, maybe not super godlike, but nothing. We're not going to boycott this.
Poltergeist.
It's not Poltergeist. Movie making quality. Movie making quality, 5 out of 5 stars. We all smile sometimes at the list of gullible stories that we know as urban legends.
Urban legend.
Not urban legend. How many?
5 out of 5.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 movie making quality urban legend. Dude, honestly, based review, if that's what that was. How many do you get in your email inbox each day? The most popular were the items or Wait, what? Oh, the most popular were the items or reptiles that were flushed down the toilet and later transformed in the sewers.
Alligator.
There is a horror movie, and it's not alligator. Good movie, though. That's on Shudder, I think. Teens love discussing haunted houses and mysterious cars that stalk unsuspecting victims. Movie introduces us to another urban legend. Movie title, I'll say to be less awkward, is an extremely intelligent thriller. Now, I admit that I do like scary films. This is another interesting facet of this website. A lot of these reviewers, you can tell, are like, I really like these weird ass movies. But you can almost see the struggle, right?
Yeah.
And I find it really fascinating. And I feel for
Well, I'm
it
sure
a
we have
lot.
plenty of fans who probably have that same struggle.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
They're
I
like,
think
I'm drawn towards this, but I'm told that it's wrong.
it's very human, and again, that's why I'm not coming at this 100% from a place of like making fun of this or anything. I'm like, I find this so deeply interesting and fascinating. So now I admit I do like scary films, but I refuse to participate in most of the trash that tries to shock you with such a style of horror that is disgusting. Can we say fear.com? That's in this review.
Wow.
Shots fired at fear.com.com.
Oh,
I'll be
man.
honest, that's half the reason I picked this review. Instead of resorting to such tactics, this movie uses moments, lighting, suspense, music, and tone to toy with your imagination and mood.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. This is one of those visual experiences that, like The Sixth Sense or a classic Hitchcock film, can navigate its way under your skin. I like the premise of the story unfolding as a well-constructed mystery. You are spoon-fed just the right amount of tempting plot morsels as you are drawn deeper into the story, while not being forced into an unrelenting onslaught of violence, sex, and profanity. Yes, there is a strong theme of fatality based on unfortunate circumstances. There are also some traditional forms of judgment common in most films of this genre. This primarily relates to the order by which the victims die or why they are chosen.
Final Destination?
It's not Final Destination. It does sound like it, though.
A little bit, yeah.
Here's one fair warning, though. The PG-13 rating should be observed, and even then, I would not suggest movie title for anyone under 15.
Ooh,
This
they want
film-
PG-15.
This film does have a strong theme of ghosts. Phone's haunted. Does have a strong theme of ghosts and their implied power beyond the grave. There are some disturbing images that are not for the faint of heart, but nothing that will absolutely gross you out. The special effects are well placed and in the classic tradition of true horror and
Is
suspense.
it The Ring?
It's
I was
the
gonna say The Ring! No, I was going to say, I was waiting for her. I didn't want to interrupt her.
Oh, I thought we were...
That's fine.
But that's fine. Yeah, you got
Damn
it.
it.
I'll
I
finish it.
swear I was going to say The Ring.
This is a very smart film with no sex and very little language. If you like scary films and it has been a while since you saw a good one, I do recommend The Ring. 2002.
It's got Brian Cox in a bathtub.
It does.
He's not naked, though, I don't think.
I don't know, but
He's
he's got a bunch
dressed
of
with
toasters.
toasters.
Got a lot of toasters. No
He
reason.
tells his life to fuck off.
Nice, Jude. Sniped it.
Damn it. You fucking sniped it right. God damn it. You have been practicing with the sniper.
Yeah.
Falcon Eye.
Also, the printer just printed this font so big. I have like 10 pages and I don't think there's that much actually here. All right. Want to go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moral rating, average.
Wait, but The Ring, I was going to try to like bank the release date, like figure out the release date based on what they were referencing, but The Ring came out years before Fear.com, so must be like a retrospective review.
It's like a letterboxed.
No, they're definitely... I think what it is it's like community contributions.
Okay.
It's not like anyone can review. I think it's you can submit to have your review be the review on their site.
Okay.
I think they have to vet it and everything. And there's authors that appear over and over and over again.
They're a newer database. These aren't contemporary reviews necessarily.
Some of them are,
Okay.
but a lot of them are, reviews.
How
of
many
older
sacraments would you have had to do to qualify to write a review?
How many sacraments?
Would you? Because you didn't get to confession or
No,
to
I didn't make it to
confirmation.
confirmation. I pieced out before.
I feel like
then.
you got to at least get to confirmation if you're writing for the site.
That's Catholic
That's
though.
Catholic.
Oh fuck, that's
Yeah,
right.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, they don't even have sacraments.
No, they don't gotta do
We're
that.
just
They
a
don't have to-
bunch of papists.
Yeah.
They don't have to do that shit?
No.
Not.
What do they got to do? Just fucking say
They
that they're
just
Christians?
believe in. Yeah.
That's it? Do they do Lent?
No.
Yeah. No.
That's Catholic?
That's Catholic.
Yeah.
Do they do
They tithe.
It's a lot less
Some.
kneeling.
Stations of the
yeah.
Cross?
Nope, that's Catholic.
Catholic. I know.
All right. Wow, Christians have it easy, dude.
Saints, that's Catholic.
Homilies?
The saints are the best part.
During Mass, homilies?
Oh, well, I
think
you would get
that's-
sermons.
Yeah.
That's
But like
kinda
homily
beautiful.
is a section of the sermon where the priest
They can
just
just
kind of
freestyle.
rips.
Yeah, no,
I think that's
and it can go forever.
pretty
That's pretty
universal. Yeah.
Okay.
You're just saying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, dude, you don't go fucking long. I don't want to be here
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
But like worshiping Mary, that's Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next movie. Next movie.
Number 2.
Moral rating, average, middle of the road. Movie making quality, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Also kind of middle
Pretty
of the
mid.
road.
Pretty mid.
Movie title is probably one of the most perplexing horror films I have ever seen. Truthfully, I had never seen the first film before movie title. Wait, before movie
Dr.
title?
Sleep.
Okay, no, not Dr. Sleep. The sentence is worded oddly. Truthfully, I'd never seen the first film before movie title preparation for this. A few days prior, I watched the original film. Community submitted reviews, sorry. My first thoughts when I was done was, that was different. I just don't know what. It was old school horror, part ghost story, part slasher, and part thriller.
Hatchet, 2.
No. Yet it was also mysterious, particularly when it came to the dialogue, not from simply original main character and their cohorts, but from the villain himself.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
No.
Freddy's Revenge. No, that'd be a 5 on the immorality
very
scale.
extremely offensive.
That's super gay.
He wasn't as horrifying as he was, shall I say, satanic. He reminded me of Satan in the way he tempts, lures, and destroys. I say all of this because in Producer's movie, they do a decent job of filling in the rest of the pieces of villain's background and history, and we discover that not everything is as it seems.
This isn't a shitpost guess. Is it Poltergeist 2?
It's not Poltergeist 2.
It's not a
but-
shitpost because
No.
Kane.
I get what you're saying.
You know?
And I say this because, yes, and Steven Spielberg's, giving the credit
exactly,
to Spielberg.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good guess, but no. I actually went back this evening for a second viewing because I didn't catch everything the first time. Respect to this person.
Yeah.
And there were new elements to the film I discovered. We also are provided with some plot points and background of secondary characters and events that occurred in the first and prior film that really bring the whole franchise full circle. I honestly left the theater with no questions. The storytelling and plot development exhibit considerable talent. However, the profound level of darkness and evil that surround this movie are disturbing enough for any Christian to stay far away from this film. There are lines and degrees of horror in this sequel that should not have been crossed when it came to violence, the killing of children. The intensity of the gore on display in this film was enough to make me turn away and shield my eyes. Here's how desensitized I am, by the way. I don't remember this happening in this movie. I'm sure it fucking does.
Is it Halloween 2?
No. The other issue I have with this movie is the blatant and utter disrespect for law enforcement. The surrounding themes behind this version are white supremacy and racial profiling by police. There's even a scene where villain guts and kills 6 policemen in a row towards the end of the film. This scene really didn't need to be in there, honestly. To me, this was appalling, as I have family members who proudly served as police officers and in the military. I probably should have expected these themes to occur when you see producer's name attached to a film, but honestly, I'm just tired of these themes showing up in movies. There is a time and a place for discussions, and it's always important to have them, just not in movies and not by Hollywood. This review, this is a note that I added. This review also mentions that in its like kind of warning section that a gay couple is visible in its sex content warning section.
Oh, fuck. They're visible?
You could see a gay couple.
Holy shit.
There.
Being gay.
Being gay next to each other.
What is this sequel?
I'm just going to say this is a perfect review for this game because it has enough specifics. Like,
Sure, yeah.
Because you said ghost and slasher.
Yes. Let me read. I'm going to read something again
Ghost
and emphasize it because I think emphasizing it will maybe point you in the right direction here.
Okay.
The surrounding themes behind this version are white supremacy and
Yeah.
racial profiling by police. I probably should have expected these themes to occur when you see producer's name attached
Jordan
to a film.
Peele?
Jordan Peele
As producer.
as producer of a sequel to a movie with
Candyman?
Candyman. It's Candyman 2021. You know, credit, he saw it twice. I think it was a he who wrote this review. Apologies if it's not.
That movie's direction is so fucking good by Nia DaCosta.
It is, and it's funny that this gave it the 3.5 stars for movie making quality.
Well, it has other faults, but like she did
Sure,
her
I
damn
guess.
job.
I guess I was thinking in terms of just the craft of like how
Yeah.
it looks. It is very
It's
beautiful.
so-
I still think about the opening where it's like those upside down, like the Chicago buildings that.
Those, I think of the long shot out the window when the one chick gets killed.
Yes, in the apartment.
Yeah.
It's very
like
cool.
there are a lot
Those
of
like shots in the hallways of that round kind of apartment building.
the apartment. Yeah. Like there's striking imagery in there. And I know that she did a Marvel movie, right? Did she do The Marvels?
Nia DaCosta?
Yeah.
Oh, did she
was-
get abducted
she
by
was
the Marvel
stolen by
machine?
us, but I think she's coming back. Yeah. She did the Marvels, but she's doing one of the new 28 Years movies. She's doing one of those because I think
Wait, is she British?
no, she's
That's
American.
interesting.
But yeah, she's she'll and is like 6 months younger than me.
Oh,
Yeah, 28 years later, the Bone Temple she's gonna do. So that's really cool. That
sick.
we'll have her
Okay.
for that.
Cool.
Yeah, you've never seen any of the Candymans.
I have not.
Because we had a viewing at our
No,
apartment
I
years ago, and
was sick
you
or
and Erica,
something?
you opted.
We were
You
out of
said
town? We
you
didn't
said no.
watch it?
We
would now.
You would now
I think
for
you would
sure.
know. You
Yeah.
could. I think of the other horror movies you two have watched with us, and Candyman is your.
You did watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No,
with us
that was
now?
Beth and Mike.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
That was
But-
not
So
them.
Beth and Mike
No.
watched those two with us, and you guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different time. You
Different
would
time,
now.
yeah,
Because
we
Candyman,
totally
the
would
OG
now.
Candyman, is
It's
one of the best
beautiful.
movies.
Yeah.
adore
Yeah.
that movie. Yeah.
So good.
No, you guys have always spoken so highly of it, and you have never been wrong. Like I've
Hear
said
that?
it before, but like
We've never been wrong.
We've never once been wrong.
Hey, I want to talk to you about our sponsor this week, Rocket Money. It's the new year, and one of my goals is to pay more attention to how my life is organized. I'm very bad about clutter, stuff on my desk, clothes on the floor, subscriptions I've forgotten about. The start of a new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. Rocket Money makes that so easy. With Rocket Money, I don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because I can see them all laid out right in front of me. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can easily create a dashboard with a personalized budget to help keep your spending on track. Get alerts if bills go up in price, if there's unusual spending activity, or you're about to go over budget. There's even a new goals feature that'll automatically save money for you so you don't even have to think about it. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/deadmeat today. That's rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. All right, you ready for the next
What do we got?
review?
Yes.
Moral rating, offensive.
oh great.
Movie making quality, 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Wait, what are the possible answers for more
Extremely offensive,
Ooh, I hope you have one of those in here.
and 5 stars for peak movie making quality.
Oh, just like okay.
5 out of 5. No,
Okay.
this is 3.5 out of 5.
Yes.
It's offensive, 3.5
Okay.
stars. This movie was interesting. Come to think of it, though, it may be one of the most original horror flicks out there. Even the scares aren't just reuses of horror movie cliches. This movie has some pretty witty comedy in it, but just the nature of the film alone is amusing. Despite being quite frightening, it somehow feels good-natured. Make no mistake, however, this is still a scary movie. I personally really like horror movies when they're not gory, and I was very impressed with how effective this one is. Set in a snowstorm, it's chilling in more ways than one.
The Thing?
Nope. This film reminds
Frozen.
me... No, Adam Green's Frozen.
Adam
It
Green's
is not.
Frozen, not Disney's Frozen.
Someone...
Yeah.
Any evangelical listeners, feel free to submit your review. It is funny. There were some movies I would look up because I'd be curious if they reviewed it, and they're like, no, but if you want to submit a review, so if you would like, if you've
done confirmation, and you're...
no, they're not Catholic.
Yeah, but it might help or it might hurt.
I think it might hurt.
Yeah, maybe don't include that then.
This film reminds me of the original Poltergeist movie. In fact,
Fucking Poltergeist.
Yes.
Is it Poltergeist 2?
This film, I'm getting Poltergeist vibes from Poltergeist 2. In fact, I could almost direct you to our review of that movie and say to simply add the same cautions and commendations to this movie, except two things.
What?
One, the violence is only about half as intense.
As Poltergeist?
I don't know. This wording is bad. I'm not sure what this person means.
Or maybe they mean Poltergeist's violence is half as bad?
That's what I don't know.
Okay.
This is not clearly worded.
Sure.
2, more caution is necessary for the language. So I think they're meaning, I think they mean the violence is only about half as intense in this movie, but the language is worse.
So the guy only
Poltergeist.
rips off half his face.
He only rips off half his face and says the F word, I guess.
He's like, oh, fuck, my cheek.
The profanity is my main caution about this film. There are 9 misuses of God's names, plural, including Jesus and Christ.
9
uses, 5 uses of hell, 2 uses of damn. There is an F word, and a man says mother but doesn't finish.
Those are rookie numbers all around.
I know. And there are S words, 10 of them.
Sucks.
4 uses of ass, 2 assholes, 1 bit. I think it's bitching.
2 assholes.
2 It's not The Thing?
Psycho remake?
1 bastard, and a few. I will say, they did review Psycho 1998. I'm just gonna say it right now. I could not make it work for this game because it is too. It's so fucking clearly talking about the Psycho
I was
remake.
waiting for Psycho 98,
Damn.
to be honest
I'm
with
just getting it out there so no one's waiting for it. And
Everyone's
disappointed.
waiting
I was
for
waiting
it.
I
for it.
tried. I tried. It's so obvious. They're like talking about Psycho, and on top of it, being like, "This is a shot-for-shot remake."
Sure,
Sure,
yeah.
A few anatomical slang words. The ending is somewhat ambiguous.
It's not The Thing?
It's not The Thing, but the film does have a redemptive message. As in many family house horror movies, the family members begin to, again, not The Thing.
Krampus!
It's Krampus! The family members begin to appreciate each other when faced
Wow.
with the prospect of losing each other, and they have to get over their differences and work together to survive. So it's strong on the pro-family
It
spirit
is.
of Christmas.
It's
That was
sweet.
going to be my last little clue for you, is that
Okay.
sentence. It's Krampus!
Wow.
Well, there aren't many movies that take place in a snowstorm. I'm thinking like Wrong Turn
That was
4.
also one I
That's
left
not
in
gonna be one.
as a little hint for you.
And then as soon as they said it's a house in a snowstorm.
And ambiguous ending as well.
Sure. But as soon as I heard
The
house,
house,
and snowstorm,
yes,
I was
and
like,
family.
oh, it's Krampus. Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Mike. ChristianAnswers.net liked Krampus.
Yeah.
You know, it's offensive, but I think the like they said, this redemptive ending and the pro spirit of Christmas thing, they appreciated.
I'm trying to think of like what's the most offensive thing from that movie. I don't know. The monsters are a little scary.
I don't know, the Krampus wearing Santa's face, I could see.
Yeah,
maybe.
my dumbass thought that was his face in 2017, but it's clear,
It's
very clearly
Santa's
he's
face,
wearing a mask. Yeah.
I mean, because you think of the protests of Silent Night, Deadly Night, just the gruesome portrayal of Santa. I don't know.
Is Silent Night, Deadly Night reviewed on
No,
this?
no.
Jesus.
I don't have the full because there's these different sections. You can look and see if there was anything. Or you can look and see what they thought was maybe the most offensive thing about Krampus. But I think Mike would find it very funny that they were like, you know what, this is wholesome.
I wonder if they would review the podcast. If they would review the Dead Meat podcast.
On ChristianAnswers.net?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean? How?
Like just in general?
Yeah, or take an episode.
this episode, make it really meta.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I read that review next time.
Yeah, like
Here we go. Are you ready for this next one? This one's fun.
okay.
Moral rating, extremely offensive.
Finally.
I know. I
Here we
know you're
go,
waiting
here
for
we
one.
go.
Wrong turn 2.
No. Movie making quality, 3.5 out of 5 stars. This movie is a stain on the world and a stain on all that is pure and good. Yeah,
3.5 stars,
dude,
though.
we're cooking right now. This one's good. The level of violence on display is an absolute abomination to the Lord. We have every form of violence you can think on display.
I'm sorry. Oh, the Lord who like sent a worldwide flood to wipe out all of humanity.
Dude, the Lord playing Sims
Yeah.
and trapping us all in pools and pulling out the ladder.
For real. That's too violent
That's
for
what the
the
Old
Lord
Testament is.
who like rained meteors down or some shit. It's in my mind. He
Yeah.
did that. Did that happen?
Not in the sequel though. He's chill.
Oh yeah, he's more chill. Yeah. Well, he had a kid. That mellows
Yeah,
you
okay,
out.
yeah. You tend to chill out once you have kids. Every form of violence you can think on display. Slow, graphic stabbings, too numerous to count. Head bashings, people being executed, shot to death, etc. It makes the violence in Halloween Kills look like a day at the park.
Whoa, so it's a recent movie.
Yeah. And makes the violence in Halloween Kills, which is
Dude,
incredibly
Halloween Kills
violent.
is extremely
It's
violent.
it's
We left that early screening being like,
holy shit.
yeah, literally we were asked how we thought about the movie and I said,
It's very,
violent.
Yes. I'm not quite sure what Hollywood is doing right now with these horror films, quote unquote. First, the Halloween films. Now, this. The films are simply violent for the sake of being violent. Actor, who plays character, stated the following. With the last movie, they were tiptoeing and trying to be very respectful of what the series had been up until that point and keeping their inner gory dreams at bay. But with this one, they were like, we're going all out. It's potentially 100 times gorier. What's even more sad about this statement is that director wear this statement as a badge of honor, as if they won a gold medal in the Horror Olympics. Additionally, there is a plethora of vulgar language, sexual content, moments pertaining to LGBTQ relationships, and several moments of alcohol use.
this movie sounds
Is it
dope.
Scream 6?
It's Scream 6.
Oh!
Cressel nailed it.
I knew, yeah, it had to be like a late sequel in a series.
That is a
Nice,
quote
dude.
from Melissa Barrera that I read about Matt and Tyler saying we're going to make this one real fucked up.
Yeah.
In short, I do not recommend Scream 6 to Christians of any age. The filmmaking quality stars also do not warrant a recommendation. The stars are based on cinematography and overall quality alone. This is an absolute waste of everyone's time. Do yourself a favor and see something more encouraging like Jesus Revolution. We need more films like that.
What's Jesus Revolution?
Not this.
Is it Jesus playing Dance Dance Revolution?
No, but that'd be pretty cool.
Dude, I want that as like a screensaver.
That feels like the most YTMND 2000 shit.
Yeah.
Or like you could get that on a t-shirt in like
Oh,
2004.
For sure.
If it's
also
white,
a Family Guy cutaway.
Yes, that is. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
would the song be Butterfly?
Yes. I was about to say it's Butterfly. Or Cartoon Heroes would be good.
What's that one like?
We are the cartoon heroes. Whoa. I think it's Aqua. It's Cartoon Heroes.
Barbie Girls own Aqua?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Jesus Revolution. I forget who's in it.
that
I think
one of
it's
those-
Kelsey Grammer. I think Kelsey Grammer's in it. It's a Christian movie about the wave of Christianity in the 70s, like Jesus freaks and stuff like that.
Was that their name that they gave
That
themselves?
was, yeah. You know the song Tiny Dancer, like Jesus freaks. That was a thing.
No,
Out
I know.
in the street. Cressel knows, yeah.
Was it related all to like Jesus is just alright with me?
I think honestly you could draw an A to
yeah,
B with that
there-
because it
there's
was
some
it
relation.
was like a
There's gotta
hippie
be, yeah.
a hippie
Okay.
movement, a hippie Christian movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Moral rating. Very offensive. Not extremely, very. Movie.
Whoa. There's a gradation.
There's a
Was Scream 6 extremely?
extremely offensive.
Then what the fuck's Terrifier?
I almost
Not even
guessed
reviewed.
Terrifier.
I looked it up, and when you look up Terrifier, there are no search results at all. Just
It doesn't
nothing.
even. It's not even like
I don't
add your own
yeah,
review.
I don't even think they want.
They
I
like
don't-
need not apply.
Yeah, they're not accepting submissions for that. So this is very offensive. Movie making quality, 4 stars. This movie scared me, which is tough to do since I'm a veteran moviegoer and I can usually see a twist from a mile away. But ultimately, it's just another one of those creepy horror movies where evil wins. I'll just say this movie has a heavy occultic undertone. A demon is referenced by name, but I'm not sure if it's a real demon from Christian legend or just something the screenwriters made up. Is there anything redeeming in movie? Sure there is. Towards the halfway point, main character gets into an argument with his wife over what's more important, plot device or the well-being of his family. It's hard to take the husband's point of view here.
Sinister.
It's Sinister.
Oh, wow.
Nailed it. The writer also converses with a police officer where he confesses he doesn't believe in anything supernatural. I suppose that could be taken as a warning that such materialistic worldview is definite spiritual. YouTube, don't demonetize me. When the movie was over,
that materialism is definitely spiritual unaliving yourself.
Yes. When the movie was over, I left the theater feeling depressed and a little cold. I hate that I feel compelled to watch these movies.
Oh yeah. Wait, these movies?
Just horror in general.
Oh,
I think.
okay. Because I was gonna say you don't need to watch Sinister 2. Did you watch that one with me?
Sinister 2.
It's the kids. It's like the little boys.
Yes, I did watch that with you.
It's not good.
It's not. No, but I do remember watching that.
But like
where it's like they're hanging out and
they're like hanging out in the basement.
One of them is trying to recruit him to Belial.
Yeah.
Or Bagul. I'm sorry, not Belial.
He's recruiting kids to feed him hot dogs. Gressa, would you ever watch Sinister?
Probably not.
That's a scary one.
It's scary.
Yeah.
For a while, it was scientifically the scariest movie.
Yeah, I don't know if it still is, but I believe it.
I don't know. I think Smile recently.
Smile or Smile 2, I could see.
Where I think what was
surpassing
I think loosely we can call it a study where they had like heart rate monitor.
Sure.
Or they counted the amount of like jump scares or something.
Yeah, man. We should do like our top 10 of what we think are the scariest.
Or the actual scare. Yeah, like actually
to me.
scared.
Because like it'd be like Wreck.
It'd be different.
Sinister.
It's interesting because it'd be so different from my list of like favorite horror movies.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Moral rating, extremely offensive.
Nice.
Movie making quality, 4 stars.
Oh, this is a good one right here.
Let's talk about movie making quality before content of concern, of which there is plenty for believers to be wary of. This movie explores its themes in spectacular fashion. Director puts on a master class of filmmaking, even when it is their first feature film. From the first shot, the themes and style of the film are established with creativity, and it only continues throughout. They understand that it is not what you show, but rather what you do not show that terrifies audiences. The fear of what is lurking at the corners of the screen is what moves the movie forward. Scripture teaches us that we have all fallen short of the standard of righteousness God has laid out, perfection. The main character tries to make amends and prevent catastrophe, but they have a hard time with the fact that no one wants to admit anything they have done, quote unquote. A crucial step in seeking forgiveness and healing from God is admittance and confession of our sins. The characters sometimes suffer peril because they avoid choice and responsibility to one another.
Hamlet.
Spooky Hamlet. Main character, that's true, there's a ghost in that. Main character at one point exclaims that everything would be easier if someone would just say, "I'm sorry." As Christians, we should try to live in peace with everyone and to share the love and compassion of Christ, especially when others are suffering difficult times. The occult elements are the film's biggest concern. The occult actions in the film are not glorified and ultimately present the family's downfall. But Christians, and anyone for that matter, will be made extremely uncomfortable. Allowing your eyes to see such wickedness is something that anyone should be wary of, especially those who are sensitive or have a background in that environment. In terms of movie-making quality, this is the way horror movies are meant to be made and seen. Director directs the film like a veteran director in their debut effort. The screenplay masterfully inverts hero's journey tropes to keep the audience on its toes. It walks the line of suspenseful art house and mainstream terror perfectly. The set design, sound, mixing, acting, commas are, rogue here. The set design, sound, mixing, acting, and cinematography all work to compelling effect. I expect that movie years down the road will be mentioned whenever future film students discuss the greatest horror films of all time in their classrooms. However, as followers of Christ, this film is clearly not conducive to spiritual growth. It features vile, occult themes that are certainly best to stay away from. It presents a strong risk in affecting our walk with God. Despite its quality, I strongly recommend that Christians skip this film. I found this review so interesting.
Yeah, this is
so
really
interesting because it's extremely offensive, but he has to admit it's
Clearly
fucking
loved
good.
it.
But you said 4 stars?
4-star movie making quality.
It sounded like a 5-star. They're talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the rating, the way this reviewer talks about it, I feel like
They fucking love this.
it should be taught in film
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
A debut movie?
Debut movie.
That's thrown
That's a
me.
big-
Yeah, it is. I'm
It's a big
fixating on
clue.
it, and it's hard to because I feel like it's a more recent one, but I don't know why. Okay.
It is more recent.
Is it Smile?
No, not Smile.
Okay.
But they talked about like a dad in the middle, like
They talked
the
about
main
family.
or the
They
main
mentioned a
character
family.
talking
Family.
to a wife or something.
There's occult elements.
no, I think you're thinking of Sinister.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, just family.
Family, occult elements.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it Hereditary?
It's Hereditary.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I thought this review was so interesting. And here's my little additional part of this I included that I couldn't, obscure enough to make it not obvious. But Academy Award nominated actress Toni Collette may have earned herself another nomination for Best Actress with her performance. It was like ChristianAnswers.net.
Even they know
They get
that she
it.
should have been nominated. Do you think if Hereditary came out after this year that she would? Like after Demi got
Ooh, that's
nominated for The
interesting.
Substance?
Maybe.
Or is this going to be like, because when Get Out got nominated, we were like, maybe horror will get nominated for things. And then it wasn't.
They'll be like, we threw them a bone. We
yeah.
can- yeah.
Yeah. Go back to
possibly.
ignoring us for 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Moral rating. Extremely offensive.
Yeah.
Movie making quality, 3.5 stars.
No shit can
yeah,
movies.
no duds.
Yeah. No like 1 star.
Yeah.
They're just
no
movie fans.
Toxic Avengers.
That's what I'm saying. There's real movie fans writing
Yeah.
these, really grappling with what it means to write reviews for an evangelical website where they're like, this movie, Hereditary is holy shit, kind of a masterpiece, but don't watch it.
Yeah. Wow. This movie's so good. It deserves another Oscar. Don't watch it though.
Yeah, don't watch it.
It's bad for you.
Moral rating, extremely offensive. Movie making quality, 3.5 stars. This is easily the most disgusting film I've seen in a year or two.
A year,
Okay.
only a year. Or
I'm
two.
glad that they qualify.
Yeah.
Because, you can say, I've ever seen, but really.
It's just as mindless as Jeepers Creepers, although there's no supernatural element, and has a similarly unsatisfying bad guy wins ending. That's not a major plot giveaway since the identity of the good guys and the bad guys, along with everything else, or most everything else, is kept in doubt until the end. But it's a warning for those who are willing to endure graphic violence in order to see justice done. In this film, justice doesn't get done. Sexual content is minimal, there's no female nudity, and the male nudity is nothing you wouldn't see at a beach, except for the gore. Character is seen in a flashback meeting a woman at a seedy hotel for the purpose of sex, but before anything happens, he changes his mind. Situations where women and girls are tied up by captors always carry the imagery of and potential for sexual abuse, but in this case, no such abuse occurs or is even hinted at. The bad guys seemingly do what they do without regard to gender. There are many curse words, not ooh, curses,
Yeah.
and several occurrences of the F word and other graphic language, but not the slur. That'd be crazy. Just the fuck word in this. There's not people throwing slurs all over this movie. But the mainstay of the film is extreme violence and horror and suspense. After one bad guy was revealed, I suspected that there was another bad guy behind that one. I made several guesses, and all of them were wrong. The main storyline trudges on graphically and relentlessly with no comic relief. While guessing at the upcoming plot twists is probably the only effective diversion, this isn't Murder, She Wrote or a murder mystery dinner theater. It's a carnival ride into a world where the killer always gets the breaks, even in Act 3. My take, this story is utterly unbelievable, even by Hollywood standards, and utterly pointless as well. I don't recommend this film to anyone.
It's not Haunt.
No, that's a little too obscure for this website,
Yeah.
I think.
Bad guys winning. But you don't know they're the bad guys until like
You
the
don't
end.
know they're the bad guys.
There's multiple bad guys.
It's not supernatural.
It's not sexual. There might be a butt, like a dude butt. I see that at the beach.
Or a shirtless dude.
Is that what they're counting?
I'm not 100%
Man titties?
That'd be
sure.
a beach.
Yeah, but you ever see the Copperfield ad?
Well, sure.
Coppertone?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Tan line butt.
A little.
Where a little dog is pulling someone's pants down.
Yeah.
That
See
doesn't
at the
happen in
beach.
this.
In this movie.
Cujo. Non-supernatural, multiple killers. There's a mystery element to it. And the killers win in the end. They're like human killers.
Yes.
Does Gressel know this? Oh.
Here's the thing. Another reason I like using this website. These are all movies that like you've heard of.
Yeah.
You know this movie. I don't think you've seen this. But you know it. Ooh, this is the one that stumped you the most.
Yeah.
Do you want I'm trying to think of a hint that won't just immediately give it away.
You don't have any of the specifics of what they're concerned about from a moral standpoint?
No, I don't. I mean, this was like the
Violence.
most violence.
They said
is
a lot of violence.
Lot of
Lot
violence.
of violence.
That's what they're the most concerned about.
This movie come out in the past 10 years?
No, this is an older quote unquote movie. Not past 10 years. I'll say the 2000s.
And it's not going to be another Scream.
I'll say the 2000s, and this review seems to be contemporary. I think this was written when this movie came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
just from context clues.
I was thinking of a Saw movie, but they do have some sexual.
It's Saw as the first Saw.
Oh, it's the first Saw.
The first Saw does not have any of
Oh
that.
no, because I for some reason I had it in my head that it'd be a sequel. Which,
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
why.
'cause it's-
But those sequels do have.
They
like,
do have
sexual,
some
'cause,
weird-
like the hotel guy.
Yes, that's the scene I always think of.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but not this first one.
It's the first Saw.
It's the first Saw. Yeah.
So just, but as we have talked about, the violence in that actually isn't a lot on screen.
Yeah,
It's-
you
it's
end
pretty
up
tame.
kind of imagining it.
Yeah.
It implies a lot. But then the sequels are like, now we're just going to show you everything. That's what you're here for. Okay. Our last review. You ready?
Yeah.
Moral rating, very offensive. Movie making quality, 2 stars.
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
Yeah. Hollywood seems to enjoy trying to cash in on the success of popular hits from the past. I am amazed that Warner Brothers was willing to fork over $90 million to try and make this happen. This cheesy adaptation is by far the worst that I have seen. It truly is a dog. Most of the film runs like an obnoxious music marathon. The gratuitous use of pop and product placement is way over the top. I was also uncomfortable with the idea of people trading souls and contemplating lustful advances. This flick also was extremely distasteful as it exposed women in revealing clothing. One scene, perhaps thrown in for the older crowd, plays off an obvious drug association. And while some children may enjoy the gross humor, much of the content is totally inappropriate. Seeing that this movie seems to be more focused on the occult instead of debunking ghostly tricks, my strong recommendation is to skip this.
Scooby-Doo.
It's Scooby-Doo!
What?
What gave it away?
Debunking.
Yes. Yep.
Like, oh, they have a job, but they're
Yes,
not
yes,
doing
they're
it.
not doing their jobs in this. They used to do their jobs.
I forget, did they bring up the occult in Saw or no? That was Hereditary?
No, they specifically
Okay.
said Saw has no supernatural
That's
elements,
right,
but
okay.
Hereditary was.
Yeah,
The
Payman.
Hereditary review is interesting because again, these actual reviews are kind of long. I really just
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're much longer than this.
Uh-huh.
They have like different sections devoted to different aspects of the movie. I tended to pull things from like their overall notes kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hereditary review is kind of interesting because it does go a lot into like how they felt about the occult depictions in that, and how it's like it does lead to their downfall. So they get a little Hays Code with it, where it's like, well, if you're gonna portray it have it be
Like
punished.
a negative thing. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So this last thing here, this is not a review. This is an editor's note that was attached to the bottom of this movie's review on Christian Answers. I've never seen this before, and so I had to do it because it was so wild to me that out of every movie I've looked at on that site, this movie's the one where they were like, we need to have an addendum here because the website editors got to say something about this movie. Editor's note, Christian Spotlight strongly recommends that Christians do not support this film. Brought to the world by Paramount Pictures or its director. He has clearly chosen to be an influential enemy of both Christianity and God, who he denies and caricatures. Director, who both wrote and directed this film, says that an important inspiration was the famously provocative cornerstone of feminist literature, an emotional leftist attack on the Bible, among other things, called Woman and Nature, The Roaring Inside Her by Susan Griffin, a radical feminist philosopher, essayist, and playwright living in Berkeley, California, who grew up near Hollywood and wanted to be a filmmaker. Instead, she became an eco-feminist author that is strongly linking feminism with earth ecology, preaching that men and their dominating capitalistic societies are destroying the world and that Christianity is the enabler of oppression of women and animals and plants. In recent years, proponents are calling their movement global.
Wait, I want to go to that party, though, with women and animals and plants.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Am I allowed?
In recent years, proponents are calling their movement global feminist environmental justice or queer ecologies, happily including all in the LGQT. I've never seen that specific acronym before, by the way, removing the B.
Yeah, no bees.
I've seen a lot of variations on
This
it.
is by eraser.
LGQT movement supposedly oppressed by Christians. Alyssa Wilkinson of the secular Vox magazine points out that this movie, quote, retwists the Christian version of the world's history, suggesting that it's always been told from the point of view of God's dominant masculine nature and without much thought to what the feminine side might think.
Is it mother?
It's Mother.
Mother.
Darren
Lowercase
Aronofsky.
M exclamation
Darren
point.
Aronofsky, enemy of ChristianAnswers.net. They specifically, again,
Well,
out
dude,
of
he did ass to ass too. So
ass to ass, he did Noah. They had problems with Noah because Noah in that movie, which is an Aronofsky I haven't seen.
wait, what is it?
Noah.
Is
It's
it like
literally
the
Noah's
Ark?
Ark? Yeah.
Is it cool?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I did not know.
I didn't know he made a
Are you
fucking
saying Emma
Noah's
Watson's
Ark
in it? It's a
movie?
weird one that I feel like kind of came and went.
How recently?
It's. I think it's Christian Bale too. This was like early 2010s.
Is it? Oh, if it's early 2010s, I feel like it's probably not good.
Let me see. No. Oh man, my phone is acting out here. Noah.
I want to see a movie
2014. Or no, I'm sorry. It was Russell Crowe. Oh well, I have to watch it.
Yeah, you do.
Russell Crowe, Jennifer
your boy.
Connelly, Ray Winstone, Emma Watson, Logan Lerman, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, jeez.
And it is an epic biblical drama film about Noah's Ark, and they had issues with its depiction of God as vengeful. Basically what we were just talking about, just playing Sims, torturing the Sims, kind of thing. But I just found it so interesting that out of every movie,
I mean, they eat a baby.
that was cited in the review as like, what the fuck?
Mother's fucked up.
It is. Mother's a very deeply fucked up movie. But I've gone through so many.
Spoiler alert, sorry.
I've gone through so many of these reviews. I feel like at this point I've read every horror movie review on this website. Because most of them don't really work for this game. They're too specific. I just think it's nuts that I've only seen one with an editor's note being like, do not go see this. Like, do not support Paramount. Do not support Darren Aronofsky. He's an enemy of God. Holy shit.
Dude.
Yeah. Feather in your cap, though, I feel like as a filmmaker to get, people that pissed at you.
Yeah.
That's always kind of fun.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All
Anyway, that's the Christian movie reviews game. I'm kind of sad because with this second round of these, I feel like I've really picked over this website. So we might have to wait another few years to do more.
Yeah. So that means that any of our Christian fans, not Catholic, you guys aren't allowed apparently,
No.
go submit reviews to this site and write them in a way to where they can be made ambiguous and used for a third one of these.
There you go. And maybe I don't know if they pay. I hope.
No fucking way do they pay.
You think you get exposure? I think it is like a nonprofit. I do think
Absolutely.
it would be.
Yeah. But maybe
You don't get like a stipend.
maybe take a picture of yourself at church. Maybe taking communion if they need proof that you're
Again,
not everybody does.
Not every
communion.
Wait, no, you're fucking with me.
No.
Wait, that's a Catholic thing too?
No, it's
Not
not.
exclusively.
Not exclusively. Some places don't. See, because that was the big schism.
That was transubstantiation.
Is like, is it literally Christ or is it just a
But
a
even
metaphor?
the ones who didn't think it was really Christ, they couldn't go along with the little wafers.
Well, I think they do, but then there are so many.
And then you get the wine and it dissolves it and it's real good. It's like eating popcorn and then drinking Coke.
I'll
While the
say
popcorn's
at
still in your
church
mouth.
growing up, I never drank the wine. I just ate
I
the
didn't.
bread because I
The-
never
the
wanted.
wine
You didn't
was-
I
blow up
never
your
wanted
lips
to
on the
drink.
cup. They
no.
wipe it. They have their little
That
napkin and they wipe
doesn't do
it.
anything. Because my mom would always tell me like it's alcohol. It kills the germs. I'm like
yeah,
bullshit.
okay.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
There's
it's fucking
no way.
fortified wine.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Was it alcoholic?
I think very
I
watered
think
down.
Very, very watered down. They
Watered down with holy
with
water?
holy water.
No, that can't be. You can't drink holy water.
You can
Sure
drink
you
holy
can.
water. I don't know if that's one of its primary uses.
But I
Can
also
you
feel-
not drink holy water, James?
I can't. I don't want to see what happens. But I feel like holy water had like at least the holy water that I dealt with
The
in my
stuff
time.
that you would dip your hand in?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to
Yeah,
drink
you
that.
don't wanna drink
but
that.
if you get the little like bottle,
If a priest blesses some water, you can drink it.
Oh yeah, we don't want to get into that topic. We've talked a lot about the limits to blessing water.
to blessing to like
Like,
how
can a
much
priest
holy
go to the
water
beach
can
and,
you
like,
make?
bless an
like,
ocean,
bless
you
the
know?
Does he have an AOE kind
Yeah,
of?
exactly. That was
Much to think about. Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. I liked this episode. Christian movie. I don't know why it took us so long to return to this, but honestly, I'm glad because it let the website kind of repopulate. It was like we picked over like crops or something, and it was like we gotta let it grow back, and yeah, we can't irresponsibly farm this
Yeah,
website.
we don't want to mess up that soil.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a delicate ecosystem for sure. All right, great. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You already know what's next, don't you?
Yes, if all goes according to plan, because I gotta rewatch a bunch of movies to prep for this. I think we're gonna do a March Madness, and this time, by popular demand, it's our shitty horror movie friends bracket. There's a lot of shitty friends I'm realizing in horror, and
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one. Just a lot of petty bitches and petty bastards. I guess there's equal. I would say it leans more
More women.
female.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, so people who were mad at our
The bad
boyfriends
dads?
and yes,
Oh yeah. Not
us
dads,
just-
it was boyfriends. Yeah.
boyfriends and husbands. Women are getting their turn this year. So
If you have suggestions, go ahead and shoot them. We might already have it made by then, but
think-
maybe
yeah.
suggestions would fill in a blind spot. that we
yes,
might not have,
and
so.
again, no killers.
No one who's
so not
killing
like
people.
Billy and Stu or like no one who's like the villain
Yeah,
Or-
they have to just be shitty in a non
in like a petty way, in like a real way.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, I'm Chelsea.
I'm James.
And that's Gressel. Thank you,
you,
Gressel.
Gressel.
And this has been the Dead Meat Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
No!